It's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. So there's actually a lot to discuss, but it's all about stuff that is kind of reaching out further, right? So you have Sam Bankman-Fried trying to take a higher road with regard to this whole debacle with CZ and Binance. Binance has put on the chopping block $583 million worth of FTT token. What it really seems to be is an argument, or a public argument between the two over what their views are. Binance was an early investor in FTX, and they're saying, okay, we're good, we're done. Okay, cool. But really, what's important to me right now is Sam Bankman-Fried's response, and he's kind of like, well, I appreciate the contribution that CZ has made to the blockchain community, to the crypto community. Crypto leaders should be building blockchain, not war. And the statement to me just says this could get uglier, right? It seems to be no longer an argument. It seems to be more of a more deeply rooted problem or issue between the two, and I'm finding that to be quite funny. We'll see what happens, what transpires after this. CZ says he's going to, sell off or liquidate the FTT tokens over a good amount of time as to not have too much effect on the market. But you've already seen FTT tank 10%, right? So I don't know. Because the same way he's selling, I said this yesterday, the same way he's selling the coin or plans to, liquidate the coin is the same way he could have maneuvered, the coin into position. Just saying. Instead, it was in one bulk move, and that move sent a message. The message was received and responded to. So we'll see what happens from here. I think we can see more public comments from both, possibly. And we'll see how it affects the overall market as we move forward. I mean, I never looked at FTT token as anything other than a token for an exchange. I had invested in crypto.com as far as, coins are concerned, and it tanked. What's the utility? They don't serve a utility other than to say, well, as the company gets, grows, the value of the token will grow and you'll get more money. Nice, but the truth is that there's no real utility behind it other than that. So we'll see what happens. Speaking about coins, Circle, the creator of USDC, a very well-known stablecoin, is doing two things. They're growing the amount of money they have in reserve, and they're putting that reserve into BlackRock's government money market fund. Why? Because they want to be liquid, they want to back up their coin, and they're making smart moves. That is definitely a smart move. OpenSea has taken on, or is about to introduce, new policy starting tomorrow. I still have to read over the policy, but it sounds like it's going to be the ability for creators to blacklist rival OpenSea platforms that do not respect royalty fees. I don't know how that's going to work, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. OpenSea has been experiencing the lowest volume on record as of late. And so I guess they're trying to spur the market, because a lot of their competitors say, sell once, you get paid once, just like in the real world, and that's it, no royalties. And they're sticking to their guns, and they're saying, hey, no, we're going to have royalties, and creators deserve those royalties, and so on and so forth. So I'm waiting to see how that actually pans out, because I think that's going to start to reshape the NFT market. So we'll see. Paul Ryan joins, that's right, former speaker Paul Ryan has joined Paradigm. Now, I'm bringing this up because he's been there for a while. I think they rang the bell a couple of weeks ago down at the NASDAQ. Down at the New York Stock Exchange, my bad. But the idea for me is that Paradigm has kind of cultivated a group and gotten a group of former politicians to join them. And this is significant because Paradigm specializes in Cryptoverse, investments, and they want to have a seat at the table and a voice during all the conversations and influence over policies that come out regarding the cryptoverse. That's big. That's really big. I mean, Paul Ryan is the biggest name to join that group of former politicians. And before you say anything, it's a group of former politicians, and it happens to be a very bipartisan group. Do some research on them. It's a very bipartisan group. But it also, kind of touches on, the idea of former politicians flexing their influence in business back on the Hill or back in DC. I'm not a big fan of that. No, I'm not. But Paradigm is making the right moves, and it seems like, that could be the right thing to do to make sure that, hey, crypto's got a voice. And not just Sam Bankman-Fried, who's been maybe he needs to sit down and be quiet for a little while. I said it yesterday, and I stick by that. I think perhaps he needs to be more pragmatic in his approach. Santander, I wonder about this bank like all the time. Santander's UK branch has been blocking crypto investment by blocking transactions to give money over to crypto exchanges. And I sit back and I just go, why? That money belongs to those people. Those people are making a decision, and they say they're protecting their customers. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? The truth is that money is leaving their bank to go over to an exchange, which is kind of acting like a bank. It's new. I call them the new digital banks, right? Now, when I look at this, I kind of go, if you are a bank and you don't have positive exposure to the cryptoverse, you've got problems. Like, no joke. I stick by what I say. I think you've got problems. Maybe not in the near future, but I think in the future, you would find yourself on a chopping block because you would find yourself too far behind the times. And I think Santander is kind of shaping themselves up to land in that bucket. And I don't think it's a bucket they actually want to be in. They should probably go rethink what their cryptoverse strategy is going to be, along with a few other banks. Because I know of a few other banks that have no kind of exposure nor any interest in digital assets. Wow. I'm just saying. Anyway, we should get to the numbers because there's a lot going on there, and I think you're going to see that there might be opportunity for you to pick up some stuff. So let's skip on over. And we're going to look at the market's winners and losers here. And we've got, let me just make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see everything. There you go. Biggest losers go all the way down the list today. We end at 6%. Let's see, the Sandbox is down 6%. Who else am I paying attention to? Immutable X is down 8%. Loop Ring is down 8%. I don't know what Loop Ring's deal is. You know what I mean? They were supposed to be involved in GameStop, and I think Immutable X slid in and took that business from them, but they seem to still be moving in lockstep. I think once that gets cleared up, then we'll figure it all out. But until then, yeah, they're both down right now. ApeCoin is down 9%. Yeah, okay. Who else? Filecoin, I would expect to be down. But Arweave, I'm shocked that it's down 10%, but it's probably on the fact that Meta is, because Meta chose Arweave to hold their NFTs, but Meta also is announcing layoffs this week, or they're expected to announce massive layoffs this week. So anything involved with Meta is probably going to take a hit, maybe. At least Arweave has. I'm looking for Polygon over there, and they're lower than they were before, but they're not doing poorly at all. Solana is taking a 12% hit. That's interesting. I'm not a big fan of Solana. I used to be. I even held a little bit. I'm down to like $25 for Solana. I'm not a big fan. The reason why I'm not a big fan is because everything seems to be going well. Boom, network outage, and I just can't depend on that. So I'm not really feeling them. Who's next? Let's go look at these numbers. I don't have enough time to go through everything that is on the list for this week. I do know that there are a number of companies announcing their financials this week. We'll see how that goes. Roblox is up, and that's big because it's Roblox. That is definitely a metaverse play. So we'll be listening for that. But there are others that would also tell you kind of how the economy is going, both locally in the United States and globally. So it's something to pay attention to. The Fear and Greed Index is up to 33. It had been at 30 for a long time. Not paying attention to that. Let's see. Bitcoin is still trading at about the midway, within my inner band. Has not gone past my inner band. Is playing in a high mid-level range, or at least the mid-level range for my inner band. My inner band is depicted by the green, my outer band depicted by the blue. Again, for me, we would need to sustain ourselves above first this 2213 mark, and then above that 23417 mark. Those are the two high marks that I pay attention to. The two low marks that I pay attention to are 19406 and 17608. Those are the numbers that I'm seeing where we exist right now. Highs, lows, those kinds of things. Cryptocurrency in the big picture is looking very red. And it has been for a little while. XRP is down to 47. But again, XRP is down to 47 from what was once 49 cents, I think almost 50 cents. I think, didn't they hit 51? I have to go back and look. But Doge is down from a high, I think it was like 17 cents, something like that, down to 11.7 cents. To me, this is an opportunity because I definitely believe that Doge is going to have a big pop later on as you start to see what's going on, with Twitter, even though they're having a big problem right now with their $8 blue check mark thing. The value of a blue check mark is going to be thrown out the window. That's just a fact. You have Matic that's still up at $1.20. I think Matic has hit a new high, established a new low, and that's where it's playing its game right now. Because remember, just a few days ago, it was in the 80s. It was in the 80-cent range. So from 80 cents all the way up here, you're still looking at big gains if you're a bag holder like I am. Anyway, this is Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you have a great day. More to come tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.